So I'm done washing the bike, but now I want to fix a few things. So I've got a couple scratches, some blemishes that are showing up on my tank. Just happens, normal kind of wear and tear on a bike, but you know, all is not lost. You can actually fix this pretty easily. And so what I end up using actually is I have two sponges, or applicators rather. I use two because I'm using two different compounds, and I'll explain the compounds. The first one I use is this compound. So this kind of rubs a little bit of the yuck off, so any kind of scratches or blemishes that may appear. This will rub it off, but it is not abrasive. It can be abrasive. You can rub really hard and actually take your paint off, but I do this by hand, so I usually stay pretty safe. And this should not take off the clear coat. So there's that, the Ultimate Compound from Meguiar. And then they also make a polish. So I'll use the Ultimate Polish from Meguiar. So once I kind of buff out any of these kind of like scratches, little blemishes, once I buff those out, then I'll actually go and apply the polish and bring that super shine back to the bike. And then the other thing that I will do, let me show you, is I will also apply, taking you a little trip of my garage. So the other thing that I'm actually applying, once I finish the polish, once I get all that off, is I do this detailer. And the reason why I do this detailer is this will actually kind of put more or less a layer on the bike that kind of protects a little bit. So it's great for in between washes. So what this detailer will let me do is, if I spray it on the bike, let's say it gets dusty or whatever, I can take a hose to it and just like rinse it off, and all the dust and all that water will just bead and fall right off. It's usually good for 3 or 4 of those types of applications, and then you need to do another wash and so on. But give me a minute, get prepared, and then I'll come back and show you how to actually apply this compound. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so what I have is I have about, you can do a dime size, quarter size, whatever the case may be, on your applicator. And really all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the area that I want to work on, and I will begin kind of applying this to the paint. And I'll do in circle motions. Good old Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off, right? And then what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of elbow grease into this and actually work and work and work. And basically just kind of like, you know, more or less rubbing those scratches away. Sometimes though they're too deep and you won't be able to get them. You can actually get them with a, a power applicator or more harsh compounds, but I don't want to do that right now. So give me a minute, I'm gonna work this. The theory on this is that you basically just work it until you're happy, until it's gone. So I'm gonna do this to a bunch of different places on my tank, and then when I'm done, I'll come back and show you the results. So be back in just a bit. All right, so as you can see, I got, quite a few of the blemishes out. The sad thing is these scratches I have down here are deeper, so I'm actually have to get a different applicator to kind of buff those out, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So now what I'm going to jump to is actually putting on the polish. So I'll put the polish on, and this is gonna make that tank shine like crazy. You'll see, it's gonna look fantastic. So essentially you apply this the exact same way you apply the compound. One important thing to note is if you have any type of like vinyl stickers, like I have these, do not get any of the compound or put any of the wax on these stickers. It'll kind of mess up your vinyl over time, so just don't apply them there. So anyway, we'll be back in just a little bit after I give this thing a nice shine. So hang tight. All right, everybody, so we're back. We put on the polish, and as you can see, she is nice and shiny. Oop, a little bit of residue. Nice and shiny and well protected. So, you know, as often as you can, well, not too terribly often, but you should have a chance to, you know, when you wash your bike, you run through it and give it a good polish. You know, I'll polish my tank, my front fender, and then I'll take a run at the rear, really just to kind of get all the scratches off, all the scuffs off, give it a good cleaning, and so on. Now we're going to step to the next phase, which is putting this stuff on. And I will put this all over my bike, and it's as simple as just spraying. This can go everywhere. Come around the other side. Right, and then just wiping it down. And that's it. So I will finish this, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the final product. So I'll be back in a minute. So nice and clean. The other thing that I actually did is I used some Mother's leather stuff. It's Mother's like VLC or something like that, but I always treat my seat with Mother's. It's a good leather or vinyl protector. But yeah, so there you go. So yeah, that's a quick rundown on how to use the compound, use the polish, you know, use the detailing spray, really just to kind of give your bike a good, nice cleaning and a good polishing. That's all part of bike maintenance. It's good for the bike, and it's kind of good for you because, you know, while you're down there doing all this cleaning, you know, scrubbing it clean, you very well may find things that you want to go fix. And so it's a good way to kind of get ahead and stay ahead of any kind of maintenance problems. Anyway, hope y'all found this helpful. Hope you found it useful. You know how to do that subscribe, likey, notify thing. And until next time, you all be safe, be nice to each other, and we'll see you next time. Peace.